Odanyo, wada dine dine, engo wada dine dine. Oh wada danyo, wada dine dine, engo danyo, oh wada dine. This is the voice of the Patriot. And here we speak truth to power. Now today we have a number of issues to look at and I need you to come along. The first story we are looking at is taken from Ghana Web and it says, does he think he's still in the entertainment industry? UCC lecturer fires A+. And I read. A senior lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Jonathan Asante has criticized a member of parliament for Gomoa Central, Kwame Asario, being popularly known as A+, over comments he describes as irresponsible. Kwame A+, in an interview on Joy Prime, stated that the National Democratic Congress flagship anti-corruption initiative, ORAI, aimed at tracing and recovering misappropriated public funds and assets, has collapsed. According to A+, some current government officials have acquired state lands and developed them within a short period, which he says defeats the purpose of the anti-corruption initiative. Now, the Gomoa Central MP further warned that he could make public land documents of current government officials who have allegedly acquired state lands if pushed. I know people in the government that came into power recently and have bought government land and have finished building. I know all of them. Nobody should talk about ORAI again. ORAI is collapsed. We have collapsed it. One day when I get angry, I will release everybody's land documents, A+ said. Now, reacting to these claims during a discussion on Metro TV on April 13, 2026, Dr. Ochre questioned whether A+ still sees himself as a lawmaker or remains in the entertainment space, especially given the nature of his remarks. He argued that the Gomoa Central MP's comments were inappropriate, particularly where there are established channels to address such concerns. I wonder if Kwame Asario Bing still sees himself as a member of parliament or is still in the entertainment business. I think it is grossly irresponsible on his part to make such wild allegations without especially going to the appropriate authority. Dr. Jonathan Asante further stated that if A+ is confident in his sources regarding claims that some current government officials have acquired state lands and developed them, he should formally present the evidence instead of waiting to act out of anger. I agree with Dr. Asante. I honestly do. A+ is in both. He's still an entertainer and he's a lawmaker. Once an entertainer forever. So that is something we have to dispute or clarify. A+ is still an entertainer. Give him a microphone, he will entertain. Better still, give him an audience. Don't even give him a microphone. He will entertain. He's an entertainer. A born entertainer. Wake up OD from his grave today and give him an audience. He would entertain that audience. The fact that you have moved from one stage to another does not mean that you have totally buried the first spot. Not necessarily. So that clarified. Let's move on. I agree with Dr. Asante when he says that A+ should act now as a responsible, patriotic lawmaker. You don't go public and start to threaten as if you want to blackmail people. And this is one of the biggest problems I have with A+. it looks like he's still very interested in the blackmail business. And that's my problem with A+. This is a Kennedy Japan all tactic that has caused Kennedy Japan all this while. Much as a lot of people would like to go with Kennedy Japan, nobody wants to support a blackmailer. I have your pictures. I have the videos. I will show. If you annoy me, I will show. That's what Kennedy Japan is known for. Blackmailing people. That's all he's good for when it comes to politics. Blackmailing. Wait until Kennedy Japan speaks. I have videos, I have pictures. If you annoy me, I will show. If you think that you have a case, if you think that this is going to help the nation grow in law and order, and you are a lawmaker, why do we have to wait for you to get angry before you do the right thing? Are you crazy? What is wrong with you? Why must people get angry before they do the right thing? That is what Dr. Asante is saying. It's like the West. They never are kind to Africa until their moods set in. They take our things left, right, and center. From the days of slavery, they took artifacts from us. We want the artifacts back. No, they wait until their moods decide. Today I'm happy. Let me give the Africans 2 artifacts out of the 10 million that we stole from them. My brother, this blackmail business must stop. You must not wait until you are happy or sad or angry before you do the right thing. If you believe that some government officials have started going for government lands illegally and building from ill-gotten wealth, must you wait until you are angry? That's blackmail, sheer blackmail. I cannot support this. It's sheer blackmail, nothing more. And I think that A+ should be ashamed talking about this, to be honest with you. As a lawmaker, your duty is to make laws. Your duty is to uphold the laws. You can't make laws and break them. Then you are not a good lawmaker. You understand? A preacher man cannot go to the church and preach virtues. Then right after that, in the full glare of his church members, he starts to practice vices. You are a joker of a preacher man. Same way, a lawmaker cannot be seen making laws that is breaking. You are not a serious lawmaker. If you are not ready to give the evidence, don't blackmail people. That is below the belt. It's the same thing A+ did to Akuritinga Ayene. Yes, we know Dr. Slade gave you money. We know how you financed your campaign. Corrupt old fool. We heard all that. If you dare me, I will show you. It's sheer cowardice. This is cowardice. My brother, if a man keeps telling you, I'll slap you, I'll beat you, that's a coward. Take action straight away. And I think A+ needs to work on this. I love A+. I like a lot of the things that he does. I've had occasion to praise A+ for his work. But I cannot support this character trait of his, which is sheer blackmail. And he learned that from Kennedy Japan. This is what Kennedy does. That has made a lot of people break away from him. It's a dirty character that must be purged, or else you won't go far. People will deceive you, take your money, and after everything is everything, they fly away and leave you. to fall like that mighty tree. So Dr. Asante, much as I would love to disagree with him, because A+ is my man, I can't. Because he's speaking the truth. I don't know this Dr. Asante man. I've never met him. I don't even know what his face looks like. But do you have to know what his face looks like before you uphold the truth? How many more lawmakers know that there's a certain rot happening, yet they are waiting to be angry before they expose the rot? They are not good lawmakers. They should be ashamed of themselves. Resetting agenda. And all of a sudden, we are hearing that the oral that people have so much hope and interest in has collapsed. Lawmakers are saying that they know people in the ruling government that are so corrupt, they are building, they are even done. And from the way he speaks, it's ill-gotten wealth. And he's waiting until his wife angers him before he comes to tell us. What a joke. This blackmail business must stop. It's the same thing A+ did to Akrutinga Ayine and silenced the man virtually. What happened to the national service thing that Akrutinga Ayine said he was going to bring out? He was silenced because party people came over to him and told him, you know what, Doc, A+, I mean, is part of us in parliament and all that. Leave this. And all those who told Akrutinga Ayine, they are irresponsible idiots. If I were Akrutinga Ayine, I would resign. If I cannot be seen to be doing my work, and I have to twist the facts and ignore or turn a blind eye to a certain rot happening, I will leave office. If I cannot do or be allowed to do the work, then I better not start it. If I am wrong, tell me that Blakk Rasta, today you are too high on something. You are not making sense. Akrutinga Ayine came out. Oh, A+ took money from national service and it was a bribe and he did A, B, C, D. We're going to come out with a full expose and even go ahead to prosecute. A+ fires back and says, all corrupt fool. I also know how much you took from Dr. Sledge, a man who is now on trial for corruption. And Akrutinga Ayine comes out to say, you know what? I am a Swarungu boy. We will have to battle it out until the end. Come out with every fact you have about me. If I am wrong, let the whole world see. Finally, what happened? NDC people went to sit Akrutinga Ayine down. Oh, he caucuses with us in parliament. So forget the A+ thing. So it's now an animal farm. We only go after those who do not caucus with us. We only go after those who are not important to us. What kind of democracy do we have? What foolishness is this? I cannot understand this. If you said A+ did a certain wrong, and you are about to come out with the wrong, and that is your line of your duty, then A+ comes out to blackmail you and tells you that he knows how you also made some ill-gotten wealth from one Dr. Sledge, and that he will expose you. Then all of a sudden, people come around and talk to the Attorney General. Then what moral right do you have to prosecute other people like Kwabena Edubuaine and Rashida and all those other people? What moral right do you have to prosecute other people? I am just asking the questions. I don't get it. I don't get it. Is that how we want to take it? That's how we want to run the country? 2 legs bad, 4 legs good. And when the dogs complain, we say, oh, don't worry. Everything is okay. In fact, you actually don't have, am I getting it right? Animal farm. 2 legs bad, 4 legs good. And the 2 legs would stand for the man. The fowls come and they say, oh, you said 2 legs bad, but we have 2 legs. And then they say, don't worry. The pigs say, don't worry. You also have 4 legs. We consider your wings as part of your legs. So you actually have 4. Because we are hearing what we want to hear, whether it is the truth or not, we might end up running down this country. Please, let a spade be a spade. We have to be seen to be pushing the law rather than personalities. Thanks so much to Dr. Asante. What is this business of blackmail? Now the next thing I want to look at is also taken from Ghana Web, and it says only those who hate Mahama are attacking him over LGBTQ plus issues. Reverend Owusu Bempah, and I read, founder and leader of Glorious Word Power Ministry International, Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempah, has criticized individuals who have attacked President John Dramani Mahama over LGBTQ plus related issues. According to him, the passage of the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025, commonly referred to as the anti-LGBTQ plus bill, is the responsibility of Parliament, not the President. He therefore questioned why President Mahama is being blamed over the matter. Speaking in an interview on OAK FM's at the Chimbia on April 10, 2026, Reverend Owusu Bempah stated that President Mahama has previously made his position against such activities clear and neatly. Reverend, you are right to some extent. Yes, it is the duty of Parliament to pass it. Parliament passed it. Nana Addo refused to sign it using shenanigans. Somebody took it to the Supreme Court. And at the end of the day, we had people who were playing, political gymnastics with the whole thing. Now Mahama, whilst in opposition, said that Nana Addo should sign. And asked if he would sign if he came into power. He said, yes, as long as the people of Ghana want it and it's passed in Parliament, I will. So Ghanaians are busily waiting for that. So, Reverend, to that point, you are right. The problem now is when the president comes out to say it is not a priority. That is what is making people criticize the president. That is it, and I agree with them. I agree with them. You say it's not a priority. When you were in opposition, you were pushing Nana Addo to sign it. If it wasn't a priority, why didn't you say that, oh, it's not a priority right now, later Nana Addo can sign it? No, you said he should sign it. So whether it is passed by Parliament or not, the president has said that it is not a priority. And his communications officer, the Minister of Government Communications, Ofosu Kwache, has come out to reiterate the same thing over and over, that there are other priorities, and therefore this one is not a priority. Even if it is a priority, it can wait. And if any priority can wait, it's no longer a priority. They are making sense. Let's not do politics with this. Let's not do politics with this. I am a big fan of the president. I love the president to death. Or better still, to life. Because Rasta talks life every time. I can't support the president on this. It's not about signing or not signing, supporting gays or not supporting gays. It's about the principles you had when you were in opposition. You said, Nanado, sign it. And when you were asked if you would sign it if you were in his shoes, you adequately made it clear that yes, you would sign it if only Ghanaians say so. After all, you are a servant of Ghana, which made so much sense. Number two, I remember the president talking about the bill. He said in his current form, they will look at a few reviews. If I'm wrong, tell me. A few reviews and then deal with it. But LGBT people have started firing warning shots already in Lincoln University. Could this have scared the president? Oh yes, if it has helped you change your mind, be bold enough to come and tell us, you know what? Whilst in opposition, I thought this was a priority. Now I've realized that the country is so doomed that this is no longer a priority, though we will deal with it later. And let the whole country hear you. Be bold. That's it, be bold. It's not a big deal. Be bold. Be bold. And I will say it one more time. It's not about whether we hate gays or we don't hate them. My biggest problem with African leaders is the fact that they are not bold enough to take a decision on behalf of their people. Kamala Harris came here and signed a check. Nana Addo told everybody that, you know what, Your Excellency, forget about the bill. When they pass it in Parliament, it will finally land on my table. And watch what I will do with it. And true to his words, it came on his table. He played chess with the whole thing till he left power. When Mahama came into power, Afenyo Martin was the first to say, go and sign the gay bill. You will see. So it means that there's a certain threat attributable to signing the gay bill. What is the threat? Economic sanctions. And this is what I hate. That a man threatens me. If I don't take a decision, he will come after me. That decision, I won't take it. Come after me. Where lies your independence? Where is your sovereignty? I don't like it when a man threatens me. If you don't, and you do it, we will visit you with economic sanctions. Why? You cannot live without the sanctions? Then you are not truly independent. Go back into slavery and colonialism. That's the point. Again, it's not about loving gays or hating gays. It's about taking a decision. It's about the way to take a decision. And I would always bring in Thomas Sankara. He said that foreign aid is the West's, W-E-S-T''S, the West's way of packaging control. Kai, not many people understand this. Teach Blakk Rasta. The way of the West to control people that they give aid to is by way of packaging this thing. I wasn't looking at the clock. The big belly DJ just walked into the studio and he has reminded me that it's time to go. I was going to go deeper into this thing, but time now soon. My name Blakk Rasta.
Shut up,